Armin in the Vac, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com, and your 4:30 football fix. This is pretty cool. One of our diehard listeners, Mike Manico, is a diehard Jets fan as well, and just launched the site NYJetsNews.com. Capital Region here is one of our own with his website, NYJetsNews.com. Mike, thanks for joining us. And when we look at Muhammad Wilkerson in his contract situation, how do you think this one's going to play out?
I don't think the Jets are going to extend his contract at all. They're going to push the situation off to next year. Next year, he's going to receive the franchise tag or be traded.
Do you think the Sheldon Richardson suspension gives Mo Wilkerson any extra leverage?
I don't think so, because GMs and coaches, they have a short window in the NFL of being at these kind of positions. We're still talking 2 years of uninterrupted defensive end dominance with these three guys. The contract is really not something that needs to be addressed for the next 2 years.
Mike Manico of NYJetsNews.com. Mike, when you look at Wilkerson and Richardson, even though, as you said, the Jets probably won't address that for 2 more years, it is hard to believe that they'll be able to keep the Sons of Anarchy together for another contract extension. Don't you think?
Correct. I don't think Muhammad Wilkerson will be a Jet after the next year or two. They can keep him with giving him next year $16 million for an exclusive franchise tag, or about $14 million for a non-exclusive tag. That's a bargain. They keep him for the year. They're protected against any kind of injuries. If he hits the open market, the kind of money he could command may be a little bit out of the Jets' range. When you take into account they have Revis and Cromartie still just got big contracts, and they're going to have Demario Davis, who will be replacing Harris as the middle linebacker to lead that defense. The money is just really not going to be there. Also, you have Geno, who's a relatively cheap quarterback. If Geno either is successful or not successful, you're going to also be in a situation where you're going to have to throw big money at either a free agent quarterback, or you're going to have to sign him to big money. And, that's going to come up at the same time the Jets are going to be dealing with Muhammad Wilkerson's first-year franchise running out.
So you don't see any potential for the Bryce Petty, Ryan Fitzpatrick tandem to just kind of blow Geno out of the water and then still remain as cheap quarterbacks?
Bryce is just as raw as Geno is. When Geno was drafted, the Jets pretty much said, this guy's not going to be ready for 2 years. This is his time for the next year or two to kind of really get in there with a good offense. Hopefully the Jets can pass block a little bit better, but we're really going to see what Geno can do now. And I don't see any way Bryce Petty does anything other than hold a clipboard this year. Fitzpatrick, the only way he's getting on the field is for Geno to fail.
Albany native, Albany's own, Mike Manico with Armin in the Vac on 104.5 The Team of NYJetsNews.com. Brandon Marshall, the Jets traded for him in March. So far, so good?
Yeah, so far, so good. Geno seems to love him. They actually are roommates together, or were during minicamp, and they've been trying to work on doing off-season programs to get throwing on their own time. And both of them have had nothing but positive statements to say about each other. They really seem to have a friendship besides, just the fact they're going to be playing together.
All right, Mike, as a Jets fan, when you look at what Rex is doing in Buffalo and all the press they're getting there, does it kind of make you jealous? Do you miss Rex at all?
Well, there's a part of me who sees Revis and Cromartie back and sees the Jets finally putting a deep, good team on the field that makes me say, God, I wish I could see Rex have that chance. The last 2 years, he really didn't have much to work with. But we've all also seen the Rex a lot of talk with, in the last 2 years with not the outcome we would like. And one of the things that really kind of made me happy to see Coach Todd Bowles as a Jets coach was when you hear Ryan talk, he talks about how, this guy's a jet guy. This guy, Ivory will run someone over. Todd Bowles, the first thing he'd say when he talks about any running back is pass blocking. And the Jets have historically, for the last, let's say almost 10 years, had mismatches at that position. Ivory, even though he's terrific with the ball, he really struggles to pass block. And you can't have a halfback on the field all the time who can't pick up the blitz. He understands it's the fundamentals that makes you succeed in the long run, and not aggressiveness and passion.
Mike Manico lives right here in Albany. Just launched NYJetsNews.com, on Twitter at NYJetsNews_com, Facebook.com/NYJetsNews. And Albany, your chance to support our own, man, NYJetsNews.com. And Mike, tell us about the premise of your website.
Yeah, we are a Jets All News and Analysis website. Our writers are actually all volunteers, Jets fans who, apply to write on the site. And we just, cover stories of when breaking story happens, we give our analysis on it. And we just love the Jets and enjoy writing about them.
Diehard listener of the show, Mike Manico, NYJetsNews.com. Mike, thanks for reaching out to us, man, and thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.